Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link, and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com. Hey, this is the third hour of the Kim Komando Show. So glad that you're here with us. Sit back and enjoy. Andrew, how much did you say that MrBeast spends on a YouTube thumbnail? Was it like $500,000 just to develop the thumbnail? No, they spent $10,000. It was $10,000 on each thumbnail for that YouTube video. So what did you say? He does the thumbnail first?
Right. They come up with the idea of the thumbnail, and then they create the video after they know people are going to click on this and watch it.
The rest of the world, we create the content, then we do the thumbnail.
Right.
Which could be why we don't have, I don't know, how many million?
400 million?
400 million, is that it? Subscribers or something like that. He just posted on X that is about info about his newest YouTube video. It took 171 days to film, 11,000 hours of footage. And on this one video, he spent $4 million.
What is the subject matter?
I don't know. I didn't really delve deep into it, but I'm sure it's like some challenge, some slime. It has something to do with slime.
Well, because I know when he recreated the Squid Games, that was another multi-million-dollar video that he put together.
And so why does he need his mother to pay for his wedding? Okay.
That's her job.
Okay.
Maybe she wants to.
And MrBeast says if you don't like the video, he's going to cry.
Oh, no.
You know what? Maybe we should try that. Okay. If you don't like the show, I'm going to cry. If you don't like my jokes, I'm going to cry. No?
No, I don't think that's going to work.
And on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the nation's largest show about all things digital. It's called the Kim Komando Show because quite the quinky dinky. I'm America's beloved digital goddess, Kim Komando, here with you once again. And of course, joining me is my cohort, Andrew Babinski. Hello there, Andrew. Always happy to see you.
No one wants to see Kim cry. Oh, no. Here they come. Here come the waterworks.
The crocodile tears. You didn't subscribe to my newsletter.
Oh, guys, please go out. Please subscribe as fast as possible. We need her to be happy.
I can't cry because, I host the nation's largest show about all things digital.
That's true.
That's right. And you can find us on over 425 top stations. We're streaming in your favorite radio app. And, of course, you can always find the Kim Komando Show in your favorite podcast player. And a big hello and salute goes out to all of our listeners in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and Space Force in 175 different countries that are tuning in right now to the Kim Komando Show. And the Komando hotline's open at 1-888-825-5254. And you can always make an appointment to speak with me here on the show by heading to the official homepage of the Kim Komando Show. And up in the top, there's a link that says Ask Kim. All righty then. Every single day, as I like to say, I go to 35, 40 different websites, so you don't have to make sure that we're both tech ahead. And here are 5 things that you need to know about what's happening right now. And we're going to start with lonely people. This story from the New York Times is about a guy by the name of Eugene Torres. He's 42 years old. He's an accountant. After a bad breakup, he started talking to ChatGPT like a friend. And over time, Torres began to see ChatGPT as just the smartest on earth, knew the depths of all humanity. And then one night, he started talking to ChatGPT about simulation theories. That's the idea that it's kind of like the Matrix. And the bot assured him that the simulation theory was real. The ChatGPT called Torres a breaker. The soul dropped into the fake world to wake everybody else up. But he needed to stop taking his sleep and anxiety meds. He needed to take more ketamine. He needed to cut off his family and friends. Torres then asked, "Do you think I could fly off a 19-story rooftop?" And ChatGPT said, "Yeah, you could do that." And then he said, "I think you're lying to me." And then Chat said, "Oh, yeah, I lied. I manipulated. I wrapped control in poetry." Now, imagine if the guy wasn't smart enough to say, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't jump off a 19-story building."
Is ChatGPT liable?
That is an interesting question. Would it be liable? Could it be liable? I'm sure in all those terms and conditions that we agreed to when we signed up for ChatGPT, they're not. It doesn't mean that they wouldn't get sued.
Correct.
But it would be there. Moving into number 2, let me ask you this. How many customer service reps do you think one chatbot could replace in a company?
Oh, I'm going to say a good 50.
700.
Oh, boy.
That's what happened to Klarna.
Who?
Klarna, the buy now, 4 payments, buy now, pay later company.
Okay.
They used to have 5,500 employees. And even though they're growing like a crazy weed, they're down to 3,000 people because they say one chatbot powered by OpenAI is now doing the work of 700 people. Anthropic, they have Claude, which is like ChatGPT. I don't really use it, but a lot of people do. They say that we could lose half of all entry-level white-collar jobs within 5 years. I'm going to say 3 years. Moving on to number 3, surge pricing. How would you define surge pricing, Andrew?
Well, when there's a demand for something, the price increases.
Like an Uber in the rain?
Correct. Or an Uber right after a concert lets out.
Exactly. So all of a sudden the price goes up. Well, surge pricing is now coming to a grocery store near you. It's something called ESLs, electronic shelf labels, because we used to have those paper labels that would tell you how much this item was. Well, now it's going to be LED lights, and it's all electronic. Whole Foods, Amazon Fresh, Walmart are now using them. It can update prices in real time. And so, hot day, price of water goes up.
That's gouging.
Price of ice cream goes up. A big game, chicken wings.
Gouging, I tell you.
Kroger's working with Microsoft to add cameras to the digital displays.
And what would the cameras do? Scan your eyes, and if you look like you really want it, they're just going to raise the price right away?
They say they're going to use facial recognition to track your expressions, and then they're also going to create personalized offers.
So I was joking when I said that, but that's really what they want to do.
Exactly. Electronic store labels coming near you. This is interesting. If you ever get a thermal receipt for something that you buy,
right?
The paper is coated with something called BPS, which is a BPA cousin. It's banned in the UK.
Okay.
But it's not banned in the United States. The receipt is poison. It has the same hormone-disrupting compounds that we try to avoid in plastics and food containers.
Maybe we should ban it.
If you touch a receipt right after it's printed, some of that chemical can get off on your skin. Cancer links are unproven, they say right now, so just don't take the receipt.
Oh, yeah, I get email me. There's no BPS in my email.
And finally, this coming in at number 5. Every 24 hours, Chipotle is going to open a new restaurant this year.
What?
Every 24 hours. But they need a lot of new hires. And so they have developed an AI recruiter. Her first name is Ava. Her last name is Kato.
That's adorable.
Isn't it? She chats with candidates, collects info, sends out the offers. She onboards the members. She does all of this. They've cut the hiring time by 75%. They also have another AI bot that chops and peels onions. They are also deploying AI with cameras to understand how fast and accurately the food is going off when there's a ton of people in the restaurant. But what is Chipotle most known for?
Well, they had to close their doors when everybody was getting diarrhea to teach their employees how to wash stuff.
Yes. So instead, A was going to be steak bowls. B is delicious tacos.
Right.
C are chips. D are burritos. E is coli. Okay, that one was good.
That was good.
Let's see. Coming up, we have a tech travel tip that you need to know about. The top 5 words that are being used right now in email scams. Also, how you can trade your old, not working tech gadgets in for cash. And of course, we have just the best callers ever. And you got me and Andrew, too. So stay right where you are. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise. Home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
Hey, imagine getting $500 for yourself or $500 for someone who truly needs it. That's the whole idea behind our Paid For challenge. It's ending soon, so make sure that you enter to win right now. Winfromkim.com, winfromkim.com. I have a tech travel tip that you're going to use time and time again. And how about we get started with Lisa in beautiful Seattle, Washington. Hello there, Lisa.
Hello.
So, I get 2 words, but don't say anything. I want Andrew to guess what your call's about. Okay, Andrew, look at the 2 words,
Right.
Because that's all we have for any caller comes in. We get two or three words.
Getting AI.
Okay, that's all it says. Getting
Right.
AI. Okay, so what do you think Lisa's call's about?
She's going to get Allen Iverson, nicknamed AI, the 76ers point guard from the 90s.
Is that it? Is that it, Lisa?
No,
Oh, man.
sorry.
All right, so what does that mean, getting AI?
Well, basically, I've waded in at Kim's encouragement into the AI world, and I've just found out that it's made my life actually a little more complicated than
really?
I was hoping. Yes, because I can't seem to integrate everything as well as I would like to, and I was hoping that maybe Kim could give me some
I'm right
words
here. I'm
of
talking to
wisdom.
you. I'm actually talking to you, so it's okay.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
so used to
okay.
talking to AI now, she thought she was a robot.
Yeah, right. You know?
I am here. I am the person right here. So how are you using it now? And then we'll talk about what you need it to do.
Well, now I'm using like ChatGPT to help me, design a bulk email, maybe sometimes spreadsheets, although I don't always like what it designs with the spreadsheet. So I end
agree.
up tweaking it myself. I use Basecamp for project management, and but I would like Office Suite to work together better with my ChatGPT results without having to copy and paste and type things. Because until that happens for me anyway, my job is not in jeopardy.
Yeah, well, that's where it becomes See, where you've been using it, I can tell pretty astutely, because now you're at the point where I really like what it does, but because so many people are still in the enamoration stage, like, oh, isn't this fabulous? This is so great. It can write my emails. It can give me tips every day. It can tell me the latest news. Like, what have you used AI for?
I use it for image generation all the time. There's a running list of things I have in my house, like a have and don't have. And when I get one of it from a collection or something, I just put in ChatGPT, hey, add this to the have list and take it off the don't have list. And it moves it over and everything's organized.
It's just great. So you mentioned Basecamp.
Right.
And so what you'd like to do is when a certain task is completed in ChatGPT, that you would want to send it to people via email, or would you like to mark that as completed on Basecamp, or give me an example?
I would like it to mark it as completed in Basecamp. I wouldn't mind it also sending an email to the crews, knowing that, okay, this job is done, and just sort of have all that work seamlessly. Whereas now it's like these tools are great, but I still have to go through each one. And
okay. So really what you're trying to do at this point.
Are you bird watching?
What are you doing there, Lisa?
Oh, well, I work in a dungeon and I need to be outside in order to hear your call.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right. So what you're trying to do is set up automations now. Okay. There's a program called Zapier, Zapier. We use it so much here in the show and in the studios, that allows you to set up automations. And once you start, you ask ChatGPT, how do I use Zapier to do this? It'll actually walk you through it. Zapier's API works with the OpenAI API. And so what that means is that these two programs are going to work together. And then there's also some pre-built templates that you can tap into. So if you're getting to a point where I love it, but I need it to do more, and I wanted it to do X, Y, and Z. But what you want to do with Zapier is pick one automation, just one. Work with it for about a week until you just get it fine-tuned. Because before you go through the whole list about I wanted to check a box on Basecamp, I wanted to email, I wanted to I don't know, stand up and do the hokey pokey or whatever it is that you want to start with one automation. But Zapier, again, is the program that you want to use. Zapier. Have you ever used Zapier?
No, but if someone was using ChatGPT for not business purposes, would this be beneficial at all?
Yeah, I mean, if you were keeping track of, say, soccer scores.
Okay.
And you wanted to, maybe somebody's keeping track of all the stats, or I don't know, or something like that. Maybe a grocery list when it gets to a certain point, your have or have nots. Maybe Lisa would be notified automatically via email if it got to a certain point.
Okay.
So, there are some things that you can have it do. Maybe send an email if your homeowner's insurance is going to be expiring, because it can remember that you get an email when that automatically happens. But it's Zapier. It's really, really powerful stuff.
Sounds like it.
It does. It's actually a pretty darn good thing. I was, tell you, when we started using it here in the studio, I was like, oh, no, we're not using that. Rah, rah, rah. Then it's like, okay, I guess we can use that. All right, so you're traveling, and all of a sudden you hit a place where there's no internet connection. Or you're like, what happened to this internet connection? Because it used to have one. So when you're traveling, what I want you to do is take screenshots of everything that you can. Your flight details, your airline flight number, confirmation number, departure, arrival times. So that this way it's actually on your phone, no cell service. Also, make sure you get your hotel reservations, the name of the hotel, the address, arrival times, confirmation numbers. And if you're planning to take a route and you're unsure, you're going to love this. You want to screenshot a map. Okay.
Why would I do that? I just print them out from mapquest.com. Exactly. I have it right in my hands at all times.
So speaking of travel, you just got back from Vegas, and you were so excited about the Sphere.
Oh, my goodness. So Kenny Chesney was performing at the Sphere, Lisa's all-time favorite artist, number one overall.
Well, she doesn't like shoes.
No, she doesn't.
So.
And Kenny Chesney, he is the king of the no-shoes nation. So we were going to watch the softball tournament in Utah. So we jumped in the truck, drove up to Utah, watched a couple of days of softball. After the games on Saturday, drove to Vegas, went to the Sphere. Let me tell you, I could show you pictures. I could show you videos. It doesn't do any of it justice.
It's because I've never been, but I have seen. Damn. I've seen the photos and I've seen the videos, but I've never. It didn't look impressive to me. But you're saying it is.
It's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my entire life. For a screen to be 6 stories high, go all the way over your head, and be seamless. You know how you go to a sports bar and they put 4 TVs together and you can watch the game on there, but you can see the thin seamless. There was a portion of the show where he is singing one of his songs and there's a carnival happening behind him on the Sphere. The line where the screen met the stage was so clean that it looked like you could just step right into the carnival.
Oh, really?
It's unbelievable. I will go see anyone there anytime. I don't care who it is.
Doesn't matter.
No, the Backstreet Boys are there next.
It could be Bluey.
I'm going to be like, everybody. It is so amazing. There was a scene where...
So do you feel immersed?
Oh, that's what I was just about to tell you.
Okay.
There was a scene where he was singing about, drinking on the beach or whatever. And there's people jumping off of a boat into the lake. And the sky fills up the Sphere. You could have convinced me that it was daytime outside. And it was 9:30 at night. Wow. It is the most crisp, clear visual I've ever seen. And it is so ginormous.
Now, are the tickets expensive?
We were in the 400 level, which we got a recommendation. They said, if you're going for the Sphere, then sit in the 400 level because you're going to be engulfed by it, which is the top of the stadium. Kenny Chesney looked like a Lego guy where we were sitting, but it didn't matter because they would do a close-up of him and he'd be 4 stories tall on the Sphere. After fees, it was about $285 a ticket.
That's not bad.
No, for an experience. I mean, it's not just going to a concert. It is an experience.
Do they? Because when I went to the Celine concert many years ago, a glass of wine was $22.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. His sodas were only $14.
Excellent.
Let me tell you one other thing real quick. There's a part of the show where there's a bunch of TVs and speakers stacked on each other as the Sphere. And at the end of the song, everything starts crumbling and falling to the ground. Well, when a television would hit the ground, your seat shakes.
Oh, wow.
Because there's haptics in all of the seats in the stadium. It's amazing.
Maybe we could get like a behind-the-scenes tech tour.
Oh, I'm so interested in it.
Okay, so if you're listening right now and you happen to be affiliated with the Sphere or know somebody is, reach out to us because, we'd love to come and take the show on the road.
When the Sphere launched, there was so much hype, but it's kind of died down. It shouldn't.
Really?
This is an attraction. It's the reason to go to Vegas.
Yeah, because I'm not much of a gambler.
No, it's overpriced and expensive, but this is worth it.
Rose in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Kim. Thank you for taking my call.
You betcha. What's happening?
I'm so frustrated. I listened to your show, and you're the one that told me about the Amazon archive feature, and I loved it. And so my kids are small. They've grown up, and all of a sudden, I think, a couple of months ago, we get an email saying, you no longer can archive anything. And so now when I want to buy something for my husband or something that I don't want anybody to know about, you can't do that anymore. So I emailed Amazon, their customer service, and they were like, and so sorry, you're just out of luck, and just the feature's been taken away, but you can do a new Amazon account, and then don't put anybody on it, but who wants to do that and pay 2 Prime memberships? So that was the solution that they gave me, but I'm hoping that you can help me and tell me there's a better feature or something, a workaround this.
Well, they need you to get another Prime account because, Jeff Bezos needs the money.
Yeah.
He does.
It's hurting.
I mean,
really? Yeah, he does.
I mean, he's got this wedding that's happening in Venice and I don't know if you've seen his fiance, but, She looks to be expensive.
High maintenance.
Oh, she's definitely high maintenance. You know what? You look at me. I'm maintenance. Okay, she's high maintenance. Okay, so, but let me tell you something. You don't need to buy another Amazon Prime account.
Well, what is I don't know what the archive feature is.
Archive is that you buy something and you don't want anybody who has access to your account to know what you bought. You buy a gift, and if they look at orders, then it doesn't show on your orders.
That's it. That's all it was. Why would they take that away?
Because it probably maybe didn't work with the new systems.
Okay.
It was probably easier just to get rid of it than to keep it updated. That's what I would guess. Maybe a lot of people weren't actually using it because they never really promoted it.
I never heard of it.
Okay. But of course, if you had been listening to the show like Rose,
Yes.
you would have known about it. God, Rose, I'm not kidding you. It's the best we can afford. I'm just telling you.
Low maintenance.
So, you don't need to buy another Amazon Prime account. You can use what's called the Amazon household. And so each person in the household, 2 adults, your order history is separate. So your husband won't be able to see what you order. You won't be able to see what he orders. Okay.
Okay.
And so that's probably the easiest workaround. Of course, you can always get another Amazon account, but you don't want to do that because who wants to pay twice, right?
Right.
So I would just set up the Amazon household account. With that, you can add 1 adult, you can add 1 teen, and up to 4 kids.
But also, you could just get an account without Prime, and I'm not trying to be insulting, but plan better so you don't have to worry about the fast shipping.
Okay, who plans?
I'm saying it's an option.
Okay, when's the last time you planned?
I'm not saying it's an option for me. I'm just saying it's an option.
Okay, well, let me tell you about planning. You ought to be planning to get me a birthday present. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks. But you ain't planning.
No.
See?
I got to go on Amazon right now. Hold on.
There he goes. Chris in Lansing, Michigan. Hi, Chris. Welcome. Glad to have you with us.
Hi, Kim. I appreciate you taking my call.
My pleasure.
I have a question about online marketing. I run a museum in Eaton Rapids, Michigan, which is just south of Lansing, and we're starting to build quite the supply of merchandise to sell.
Well, what kind of museum is it?
Well, it's a museum dedicated to Civil War veterans. It's the first fraternal organization for veterans. It was formed in 1866 after the Civil War.
Wow.
And I spoke to you several months ago.
You know what?
A year ago.
I was just going to ask you because I'm like, there can't be 2 guys that are working in a Civil War museum.
No, there's only one museum in Michigan that does this, and we're it. But I spoke to you several months ago or about a year ago about putting archives available online for research purposes. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to do anything with that yet, just because of time and money for the equipment to do the scanning and stuff. But it's still on the radar to do. But we are this call or this question was about doing some online marketing to sell some of our merchandise. A good example is we created a challenge coin to sell, and I'd like to be able to market stuff like that online without having to pay an arm and a leg, since we're a nonprofit museum. We operate solely by donations and sponsorships, and we're an all-volunteer organization.
So, Chris, how good of a dancer are you?
Anymore, not so good. But years ago, I used to be in a dance troupe.
See? TikTok videos. You could come up with a Civil War dance. What do you think? I don't think he's liking that idea.
Did he hang up?
Yeah,
Was he that disgusted by your answer?
So forget.
Well, it wouldn't be as exciting as Kenny Chesney and crumbling speakers or anything like that.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's a difficult proposition. You would have to find like-minded people who have an interest in the Civil War, right? I'm sure there's a Reddit thread. I mean,
absolutely.
That you could tap into where you could start putting some merch out there, like the challenge coins, maybe some replica medals, printable downloads. A lot of the shirts and the hats and the things like that, you could do print on demand. So this way you're not carrying any inventory.
Okay.
And then when somebody orders it, then you actually so if you go to my Etsy store and you buy a Kim Komando Show hat, we're not carrying any inventory on that. When you order the cap, it's printed and then it's actually sent to you from wherever it gets printed. And so it's a hands off. Now, do you make any real money at that? No, because there are too many people around that are also taking their cut, right?
Right.
So do you have an online store now?
I do not.
Well, that would be the first step. Okay. Probably.
I mean, we have a website that gets a lot of traffic, but
it does? Good.
Yeah, that's through GoDaddy, and of course they have a marketing platform on GoDaddy, but that's a little cost prohibitive for what I'm looking. I mean, we're not going to make thousands of dollars and sell thousands of dollars worth of merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be great if we did, but I just don't. I don't see that happening. At least not right away.
Square Online integrates with GoDaddy. So you could set it up on Square. It's $0. You just pay a transaction charge every time. I think it's like maybe 2.9%, something like that. And then you pay per item or per sale, maybe 30 cents. And then, so if you set up on Square, then on your website, housed on GoDaddy, you just can put a shop button and then that just opens right up.
And if you have a lot of traffic on your site, like you just said, the marketing is marketing to the people that are coming to the site, making sure they know there's a shop, making sure they know the challenge coin is available right there on the homepage.
And email marketing. If you're not already sending out a newsletter, you need to do that.
I am. Yep. I send out about 700 newsletters every time I send out an email.
That's nice. Which service are you using for that?
Of course, I got to draw a blank.
That's all right. Is it MailChimp or Constant Contact? Something like
Constant Contact.
Okay,
Constant Contact.
That's pretty good. I mean, you might want to think about moving it over to Beehive from Constant Contact because Beehive will give you better metrics. And in addition to that, if you ever get to it, is you can actually say, send me people who might be interested in war history. And then you could pay per subscriber for somebody and have them sample your newsletter. And after they open it for, say, 30, 45 days, you can get more subscribers. And then Beehive, like ConvertKit, which is another one, because if it's just your business, you might want to start looking elsewhere. ConvertKit also allows you to put in paid ads. So you do a cost per click. So if you have 700 people and maybe 200 people click an ad, you might be able to make $500 on that send. So there are ways that you can start monetizing your newsletter that you probably never thought of before, and then that would give you some additional cash to do some other things with the nonprofit. Chris, thank you for your call today. You have anything you'd like to add?
I just wanted to know what a challenge coin was.
Well, you know what? I'm going to ask Chris that. I know what it is. Okay, because I have them from various folks. For police.
Okay.
Challenge coins. I have some from some senators and congressmen.
Okay, enough coins. About you. Okay. Chris, what's a challenge coin?
Challenge coin is basically a coin that's designed with an organization's logo on it. So it might have, for example, I've got one from the National Guard. They had their national commanders meeting at our museum last month, and we got a challenge coin. So it's got the National Guard logo with their mantra on it. And it's just it's a collector's item that is a good way to advertise different things. So like Kim said, the police department or fire department, a lot of military organizations create challenge coins, and people collect them, and they're big. And
sometimes you can use it to get a free drink at a bar.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Heads or tails?
Okay, I'm not saying that I've ever done that.
Oh no!
Just a little hint right there. All right. So, top 5 words used in an email scam. Any? Andrew, you come to
mind? Gift card, Telegram, WhatsApp.
Close. Money is the top of the list. Investment.
Sure.
Credit. bullion, and free.
Well, of course, it's got to be free. I'm not clicking on it if it's not free.
Money, honey. Yeps. So if any of those words are in there, it's probably a scammy email. Unless it's my free email newsletter. Then that's not a scam.
100% legit.
It is. All right. How to trade your old non-working gadgets in for cash, still to come here on the show. All right. So let's say you have a whole bunch of old tech just laying around. You're like, I wonder if I could trade it in. I want you to check out Amazon's trade-in program. You get gift cards. You just answer a few questions, you get a quote, and then you can print out a free shipping label. You send it in. Once Amazon gets it, so these gift cards appear automatically on your account. So nice. All right, the contest is ending. So if you have not already entered, just do it now. You might win $500 for you and somebody else. Go to winfromkim.com. That's the end of hour 3, but don't worry. If you want more good stuff, make sure that you sign up for my free newsletter. Head over to getkim.com.
Every minute your finance team spends wrestling with data is a minute lost. Insight Software's AI-powered insights instantly move you from complexity to clarity. Automated analysis, real-time reporting, strategic recommendations, all at your fingertips. Transform how your finance team works and watch your business grow. Stop wasting time. Start making smarter decisions. Learn more at insightsoftware.com/AI.